What's up, guys and gals? This is Nick from Idaho-Up, and today is a beautiful morning here in Idaho, and I just wanted to take a minute and give you an update on the side steps I decided to go with on the Xtreme Recon Jeep. So if you remember my last video, and if you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up here, you can go check it out. You'll remember that I felt like I needed to put some side steps on this Jeep because it's a little bit of a hop getting in and out. And being that it's my daily driver, I just wanted to make my life easier. So the hunt for a set of side steps was on, and I found some Rhino Dominator Xtreme D1 steps. I think that's what they're called. And I believe they turned out super well. The thumbnail to this video wasn't clickbait. Reason being, I think these steps look like something that Jeep would have put on it themselves from the factory. They fit the Jeep that well. So given that that's kind of what I'm going for, is that factory look whenever I do something to this Jeep, I really like the steps. So there's some things I'm going to do to it in the future where I'm not going to be able to stick to that theme, I'm sure, but I'm going to try to stick to a factory look the best I can. So if that's kind of what you're doing as well, this is a good option for you. So I'm going to flip you around real quick, show you the steps, and then we will get into the install process. And if you like these steps, you're definitely going to want to watch this entire video. I think I did a pretty good job, just a detailed job on installing these steps, and I think it'll really help you out. So let's flip you around and show you these steps.
Yeah, they're a little dirty in this video, but I think you get the idea. If you look at the lines of the Jeep, I don't know how much better you could do with coming out with a set of steps that look damn near factory, especially when it's clean. The only thing that really gives it away is the Go Rhino badging, which I like. It doesn't bother me. So I will say these back doors I'm learning on the Jeep are a bitch to get in and out of as an adult. I mean, my kid, it's locked, but my kid doesn't have a problem getting in and out, but it's kind of a squeeze getting on there. There's not a lot of foot room there at the bottom, but for me getting in and out of the driver's seat, they're perfect. They're also a good height for getting on top of the Jeep, and so when I get a rack on here, it'd be nice to have them. So, as a side note, I had to take the rock sliders off when I installed them, and they're dirty right now, but they're damn near perfect. So if any of you are looking for a set of rock sliders, Mopar ones, get a hold of me. I'll give you a screaming deal on them. Not looking to make $1 million out of them. So this right here is actually the roof rack I decided to go with, which will be a future video, and it's also a Go Rhino product. So keep an eye on the channel for that. I plan on doing as detailed as I can get on the roof rack installation on that. So let's get into the install video. Okay, before we get too far into this, I just wanted to give you a quick rundown of the brackets we're going to be using and the hardware to install this step onto the Jeep. First off, these are the brackets that bolt directly to the Jeep, and these bottom two look pretty similar, but they're actually different. The footprint on this one is a little bit bigger than this one, but on the Jeep it doesn't matter because all these bolt holes will line up to the bolt holes on the Jeep. And if you have the wrong bracket, it won't line up, so you can't mess them up. You don't need to worry about that. So this is the hardware we'll use to install these, and then these brackets right here actually slide into the steps so that you can bolt them onto these brackets, and this is the hardware you'll use for that. So I've already installed the passenger side, and it's a pretty simple install. I just wanted to do one side for video purposes to make this go a little smoother. So now I'm going to show you how to install the driver's side. So without further ado, let's get into this.
Okay, before we can install the new boards on there, if you have rocker panels like I do from the factory, you need to remove those first. To do that, you're gonna have to remove 3 of these bolts. These are 13mm bolts underneath the Jeep. So there's 1, 2, and 3 down there. Also, you're gonna have to remove these 10mm bolts, and there's 6 of them, and they're all located on both sides of the main bolt. So same down here, 1, 2, and then same down there, 1, 2 on both sides of it. So once you get all those bolts removed, you can go ahead and take the rock sliders off. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring. Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight.
The first bracket we're going to install is the one that is closest to the front of the vehicle on the driver's side, which is this bracket. To do that, we're going to need 1 of these bolts, 1 of these washers, 1 of these lock washers, 2 of these bolts, 2 lock washers, 4 regular washers, and then 2 nuts.
I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to win the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who are all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Okay, now we're going to do the middle bracket, which is the bigger bracket that goes in between the other 2, and just rinse and repeat. Again, we're going to use 1 of those bolts, 1 of those washers, 1 of those lock washers, 2 of these bolts, 2 lock washers, and 4 of these black washers, and 2 nuts.
I just wanted to point out real quick here that on most of the brackets it doesn't matter which side you use the socket wrench to tighten the bolts down, but on this one bolt on the middle bracket you're gonna have to use the wrench on the outside of the bolt because you can't get the socket wrench to fit.
What was left over I put towards my dreaming, but the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand, and damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers. I swear to God they all let me down, I always fought just to wear the crown.
Okay, last one. This is the rear bracket right at the end. So again, rinse and repeat. One of those bolts, one washer, one lock washer, two of those bolts, two lock washers, four regular washers, and two nuts.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down, I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it.
Once the brackets are all mounted, you just throw the step under it and line it up so you can bolt it on.
I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down.
Okay, now it's time to slide the brackets into the step. And one thing I wanted to point out is these brackets have 3 bolts, and you're only going to use 2 of them on each point, so you only have 6 bolts total. I'm assuming that's because these are universal bracket systems that you use for several different steps in vehicles, but on the Jeep you only use 2 of them. So you're just going to take the rest of your hardware, all 6 of these, 6 regular washers and 6 locking washers, and slide those into the steps and install them onto the Jeep. Okay, right here you kind of get an idea where you want to slide in the brackets. So if you look at the step itself and you roll it over, you'll see this hole right here, and you want to slide these brackets into that hole. So that you can bolt that right up to those. So just want to point out, when you put these in here, you want this flat part pointing up so it bears that weight when someone steps on it. So you'll notice this one, it sits slightly forward, so it also goes this way. I just put it like right there, and then on this last one it just slides to the rear. So same kind of thing. Slide it to the rear, and you can manipulate them once you get ready to hang them, so you can put them in the right spot. So they should be sitting like this, with the top of the step being there. Okay. So I have seen guys trying to hang these steps by themselves online, and they do a pretty good job of it by laying under it and putting their knees up to hold this side while they secure this side. But I'm lazy, so I'm going to get a helper out here to help me hang it. On the other side, I found that my helper would hold this size, and what I would do is I'd put my
leg against this tire to hold this side while I used my hands to put the bolts in, because the bolts are kind of difficult to get in when you're hanging the step. So that seemed to work out well for me because this side was secure, this side was secure, and my hands were free. So I recommend you get a helper to hang it, just to avoid more frustration than it's worth.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the fucking hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and fuck all the doubters, they're just fucking downers.
Okay, before you put all those bolts in and tighten them down, you're gonna adjust the step, and that's by sliding it. And the way I looked at it is I wanted to adjust it towards the rear, because you got plenty of board up here for the driver to get in and step in, but it's really a small amount of board for the passenger. So my thought on the other side and this side is I just kind of want to line this angle up so it's not really right about there. Just kind of follow that line, and then it's not in the wheel well, and you get as much step as you can back here for the passenger.
When everybody wants to be king, yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean, got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down, I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it, it's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now, I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down, I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm pissed off at these fucking clowns who are all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it, it's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now, I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Okay, so here I'm just giving you an example of what it was like for me to get in and out of the Jeep before the side steps were installed and after the side steps were installed. Here I'm showing you how much clearance you had before these side steps were installed and with the rock sliders on, which was right around 19¼ inch of clearance. Here I'm showing you the clearance you have after installing the side steps, which is right around 16 inches of clearance. And honestly, that's fine for my purposes. I'm happy with that amount of clearance, and I'm really happy with these side steps. Okay guys, that's it for this one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and help me put Idaho-Up on the map. It really helps me grow the channel. Also, if you just want to drop a line and say hi, make sure you hit me up in the comment section. Until next time guys, this is Nick with Idaho-Up, and keep up.